Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
All right, on this driver's door panel, we're going to start by pulling this piece off. Just grab a trim tool, get underneath here, and pry it out a little bit, and then it comes off towards the back. A couple little clips that got stuck in there. Those little clips, we're going to transfer them back over to here when we go to reinstall it. Right, we want to disconnect this mirror switch. The easiest way to do it is to pop this through. Just push it through that way, pull it through, and then there's a little tab right there on the connector. We'll just use a little screwdriver, push on that tab. So we can get underneath the tab right there. Just disconnect it that way. And we can pull this trim off. Now there's a little cover right here. Just take a small screwdriver, get underneath there, pop that cover off. There's going to be a T20 screw in there. So we'll use a T20 Torx bit, an extension, and a ratchet. Take this screw out. Pull that screw out. Next we're going to use a trim tool and take off this cover right here over the handle. Get underneath there and pry it up. And there's two. This happens to have a couple mismatch screws. It's probably going to be a Torx screw or a Phillips head screw. So we're going to use a Phillips head screwdriver on this one. Take that screw out. All right, so this screw has a 1/4 inch head. So we're going to use a 1/4 inch socket, an extension, and a ratchet. Since it's loose, I can just do it with the extension. Loosen it up. Oops. Pull that screw out. Next we have these Torx screws that go along the outside of the door panel and the bottom. There's 6 of them. So we'll start by taking these off. We're going to use a T20 Torx bit, an extension, and a ratchet. Take all these out. Take all these bolts out, screws out. And there's 2 more of those Torx screws over here on the side. So 8 in total. Take that one out, then we'll take this one out down here. So we're going to pull this trim piece off. Just use a trim tool. Slide in underneath here. Pop this off. Pop this side off. Just pull it out. We're going to disconnect these electrical connectors. Looks like this one's messed up a little bit, so we'll just use a little pick. Push down, pull that connector off, and then over here, the connector right here, push that one down. Pull that connector off. Now we'll grab the panel, pull it out, slide it up, pull up on this back side, pass the handle, pull the door panel up. All right, now we're going to pull back on this, the weather guard. This has been off before, so it was easy to take off. You could take a razor blade and cut it off. So there's a little rubber grommet right here. You take that, grab it from the inside, push it out. That will access this little torque screw right there. Can you see that? So we're going to take a T20, an extension, and a ratchet, and we'll take that out. I'm going to have my other hand holding it on the inside so it doesn't fall. Loosen it up. I can get it by hand. Awfully long screw. All right. Whoa. Pull that screw out. All right, we're gonna roll the window up. We're just gonna take the switch and we'll connect it right here to the connector. Lock that in. We'll turn our key on and then push the window up. To get this inner door handle off, we're just gonna pull this from the front. All right, let's just take a trim tool, stick it behind. Just pop it out. We'll slide it that way. Just little tabs hold it in, and then it slides. To get this cable off, you want to put it in the lock position. Be careful because you're going to have your door in the lock position. You don't want to close the door by accident. So you just grab this and pull it up, and then that slides out of there. See that? When that's in the lock position, then you're able to slide that cable out. All right, we're going to take this out of our way. There's a little clip here. Just going to twist it. Take a screwdriver. Pull that out like that. And there's another one down here. There's two right here. Just slide those up. Just like that. And this peels off. Oh, there's another one down here. Pull that foam off. I'm going to take this little plastic retainer off with a door retaining tool, remover tool, just like that. I'm going to take more of this barrier off. Just peel it back a little bit. Just use a utility knife. Just slice this. Going back together, it should stick to itself. Alright, so that's peeled back enough so that we can work in there. Now I'm going to take these Torx bolts out. I'm going to use a T30 and an extension and a ratchet. Break those all free. I can take them out by hand. Alright, so to get this cable off, just pull the latch out a little bit. You can grab the cable. Use a little screwdriver in here. Pry it out a little bit. Just like that. All right, and then you're going to twist the cable down. That'll come down here. And we'll pull it out just like that. That's how you get the cable out. To reinstall this cable, I'm going to come in from down here. It'll make it easier. Slide this in like that. Then I'll slide this part of the cable. Make sure you go on this side of the wire. Feed it through here. With that still in place down below, go and I'll slide it onto the same spot that it was, right there. Then we can reinstall the latch. I'll line the latch up, get the bolt started, get the other one started. We'll just snug those up. All right. We're going to install this handle. Just have this in the lock position. Slide that down there. And line this part up in the back. Push it straight down like that. And we'll check. Make sure that operates properly. And it seems to be working. So we'll slide it in over here. And then press it on. Like that. All right, now we're going to check the latch before we put it all back together. Take a straight screwdriver. We'll check it from the outside first. Yep, that's working properly. Make sure it's unlocked. Then we'll check it from the inside. And that works. And then we'll check the lock. Now it's locked. And that's working. And we'll check the lock from the outside, and that's working properly. Reinstall this inner door backing. Just slide that on there. I'll put this trim piece retainer in. Push that through. We'll take this foam, get it lined up. Push it on all these clips. Just like that. All right, now we're gonna install this Torx screw. Slide it in with this hand, get it lined up, and then I'll use my T20 and an extension. And twist it in by hand. Once that's down, just a little bit snug, and that's it. We're going to reinstall this grommet. Just slide it in right there. Before we put the door panel back on, we're just going to test it, make sure our door handle works. click the latch down with a straight head screwdriver. Make sure the door's unlocked, and then from the outside, grab the handle and test it. And it's working. Then we'll take the door panel, slide it on, start in this corner, work your way forward. I'm gonna angle it out a little bit. Make sure you pull these wiring harnesses through. This one goes here, this one goes over here. Just like that. Push it in all the way around. We'll reinstall this bolt. This one, 1/4 inch. With the extension and a ratchet. If this one had a Phillips head screw, yours may have that 1/4 inch bolt. Tighten this up, snug. Now we're going to install these T20 Torx bit screws. There's 8 of them. There's 2 in here. Just get them started. And there's 2 on the back here. I'll tighten this one down. We're going to install this handle. Goes this way, slides up there, and lock it in place. All right, so we're going to slide wiring harness through here first. I'm going to line this clip up with the door. One clip I left in the plastic trim piece, one clip I left in the door. Slide it on there and then push it that way. We can take this and connect this connector. We'll line the tab up, lock that in. Want this to go in like this. And lock that in. All right, so this wiring harness comes up like this. And, connect that to the lock. It's supposed to slide in over here like this. And then we're going to connect the window switch back here. Just like that. Snap that in place. And over here, get this lined up. Oops. click that in. And we'll take our Torx screw and get that started, and then we'll snug it up. Take this little cap and push it on. Snap it in place.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.